Welcome to the Ultimate 2v2 Fundamentals Road to Grand Champion series. In this series I will explain a fundamental rule every couple of episodes and highlight that particular fundamental throughout the gameplay. This series is going to prove a lot of people wrong, and the point I've been trying to make for the past 8 years now, that playing fast does not mean anything. And to prove so, I will be the slowest player in every game. After each match, we will compare the speeds of myself to my peers to prove that I'm the slowest. However, there is more. I have amassed over 1,147 hours of coaching at the time of saying this. And I've made a lot of notes and discovered a lot of things. And I am bringing all of those tips out this summer in my Ultimate Rocket League guide. If you don't want to wait, head over to the link in the description to get your hands on 3 pages for free, which will explain the fundamentals for the first and second man roles. Let's get into today's games. Yo, what's going on everybody? I hope you're well. This could be the episode we get to champ playing the slowest. And by the way, we haven't broke our promise, have we? The slowest player all the way through. There's not been one game where I have not been the slowest player. So, here we go. 5-1. Let's see if it's true. Let's see if it's true. Please tell me it's true. 49.9. 70, that's really fast. Again, it's not because I'm going slow that I need to do that. We didn't need to go that fast. We could have had a lot more. I think there was a couple of goals I could have had. Anyway, percent behind the ball. Beautiful. That's why we dominated. That's why we dominated so easily. Look at that. They're in front. If you're in front of the ball, how are you defending? If you're in front of the ball, how can you score it onto the net? Interesting to think about. Hopefully you guys are taking this in. All right, we are undefeated in the last however many episodes. I think we only lost in the first episode. Actually, I did lose a game since then, in the one that unfortunately did not get recorded, which was Diamond 2 Div 3, I think. But since then, we have been undefeated, and we are now Diamond 3 Div 4. We're looking to get to champ. When we do, in fact, before we do, I want to teach you guys early or late, because this will help you. Again, guys, don't rush through these episodes, okay? If you think, well, hold on, I don't, go back, okay? But hopefully you can see we're using the middle stuff. Again, this drill is always useful. Boom, side flip, and I hold drift, and then I can take my control, and I go high here. That's going to back them off, because to them, it looks like I could go. Realistically, the way they're used to seeing players is I could just go hit that, get in field, and score that. Very true. So they often back off. Okay, but let's talk about early or late. So what we're looking at, if we think about the positioning, we've got when that ball's sort of there, for example, we want to go here and opposite side because it's essentially in the corner here. Okay, and then we can stop it as it moves towards the net. Now, sometimes what will happen if I just stop this ball is through bumps, through all sorts of random things that can happen in this game, as you're coming into this position, you might be late. So you might end up here. Now, if as this shot comes on, I go here and I'm there, by the time I do this spin, the goal has happened. So I don't have time to spin. So this is where early or late comes in. Now, early or late is if you are early, if I'm really early, like the ball's still far, here, and I'm in before the shot comes on, brilliant. But basically, I have to make my position before they hit the ball significantly towards a danger zone. That's backboard, side wall, and when I say side wall, I don't mean the side wall. It's like the side, this side area, backboard. All basically this is the backboard, but some people consider it different things. But any of the backboard, obviously the posts, the net, of course. So anything significant, when I know that shot's coming, which it would be now, I then have to say, am I early to my position or late? If I haven't made it, I have to stop. Even if I could possibly, I have to stop. I can't risk it. And then you defend this way. You actually defend across here into your net. You're blocking it that way. It's not ideal, but it's much better than doing a short rotation here because you're actually short-footing yourself. If that goes above you, you're like, I can't. But when you're in this position, like this, and if it goes above, forward, you can just go up and really simply block it. So that's early or late. We'll see if we need to incorporate that today. Okay, I'll try and guide you through it, but mainly I've been trying to point out the side flip maneuver and just your net positioning, okay? Here we go. Okie dokie. And we have got, of course, the marbles Patreon replay analysis giveaway thing after this. So we've got our first champ in the lobby. Ooh, okay. Wow, this is high level now. So high level. Look at that. You can tell that's a champ. I don't know how they did that. The ball didn't move. I ended up blown up. I'm early to position. Okay, now we win that 50 and move forward. I look here. And I'm here. I jump and I turn my car. I jump and I turn my car again because it's gone the other way. And I'm here. See how they look for a demo. Okay, here we go. Early or late? Well, I'm actually not going to be early. There's that move again. You could consider that late, but I'm actually first man. We'll take that. And we're here. And I'm going to go inside to outside to force up the wall. And now I've got freedom of movement. My teammates coming in. I was going to say, teammates coming in, that's dangerous. And they took that boost, which makes sense. But now we're in a real dangerous position because they came in. Again, we've got to keep this ball as best as we can in that corner. Grab. Get in front as much as you can. I can't go for this. It's too mechanical. And that's an open net. Well done. Go on. Dip, 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 dip. Nice. Nice shot, I mean. Yeah, nice. It's almost like there's a system that you can use to do this over and over again until Grand Champ. Yes, there is the Pacifist System. It is the strongest system when you've got 2 players. Believe me. We have the free information booklet about the Pacifist System. Of course, we have the live coaching. We have the video package. We have a lot of different packages for you guys to get all of the information you need. There's that move again. Oh, look at the danger difference. Okay, the danger difference between me and my teammate. They came flying and it hit the ceiling. They left the play. So we've got to be careful here. But notice they're not on the inside, so we back off. And I'm watching. I'm just watching. Just watching. And I'm here. And now I'm here. I can't get to position early. I've got to take the 50. Not ideal. Boom. So if you absolutely, if you're stuck here where you're coming out and then you're like, oh no, I've been frozen, you generally have to just try and time your 50. It's all good. I don't need to take the shot, buddy. We're winning. Now I can go. Inside to outside for the first one. There's the open net. I actually took a bit too long to control that. Gonna have to get back as fast as I can, and I'm only gonna be early here. Boom, 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 and I'm early. And there it is, open net. I'm gonna wait here just in case they need me, and they don't. Man, this system that seems to use this, if there was a, you know, when you're purposely doing this on purpose, seems almost overpowered, and this is champ basically. Man, it's almost like it works at the higher ranks. It's crazy. And we're not even in comms, guys. We're not even doing the system properly. You can't understand it. If you've never seen it before properly, because a lot of people get misconceptions. If you've never seen it before properly, you have no idea. You have no idea. It's the red pill of Rocket League. The red pill of Rocket League. That's what I should advertise it as, the red pill of Rocket League. I'm out of position here. I thought they were going to go. So bad from me. But they're just, again, man, this overcommit stuff. It's true, isn't it? It seems like anytime people flip into balls and stuff, it just seems to lead to wide open nets. Crazy that is. Yep, they should have moved and funded it to the corner. GG, first game. Are we champion? We'll have to do the replay analysis stats after. Obviously, we've got a bit of a disconnect with that. We're not champ yet, but that was easy. Not to take anything away from these players. It will take you time, but it's all positioning, guys. It is literally all positioning. Hopefully, this is proving the point that it's all positioning and that your mechanics don't matter. Your fundamental mechanics do. And once you get to 2K, yeah, your advanced mechanics do. But let's be real. Do you honestly sit here right now, ask yourself, do you think you can get to SSL? Do you think you can get to SSL? If the answer is no, do you think you can get to Grand Champ? You should be able to get to Grand Champ. Okay? So if you want to get to Grand Champ and you don't think you can get to SSL, there's no point in learning all the crazy mechanics. You might as well just get really good at the fundamentals. But again, it's what you enjoy. Now, don't get me wrong here. If you enjoy spinning in the air and whiffing the ball, that's fine. If you enjoy missing the ball for no reason other than you're trying to make it look fancy, that's fine. But if you just enjoy scoring goals, maybe consider something different. All right, here we go. Bad kickoff from me, this is. Yep. I couldn't get my boost to work there. Okay, here we go. So let's have a look. Oh, there's an open net. I'll push forward. Don't need it. Nice shot. Could the second man have done something other than defending the corner? Well, I've been told that you got to play fast and defending the corner is the right thing to do. We're still undefeated in like 10 episodes, guys. What is going on here? No effort coming in here. Is the game broken? Have you all been lied to? Well, not you guys. I mean, obviously you guys know the truth, but has the majority of the player base been completely lied to by people who didn't know what they were talking about? Has it ruined the game? Has it lowered the standard? That's up for you. This is a champ game. Let me know if you feel it looks like champ. Well, it's almost champ. We're just going to throw that forward. We can actually go under that and just tap it above, but that was just bad for me. That's coming over to me, so it'd be silly to move away here. Just going to single jump. I don't even need to hit that ball. I'm thinking more so about the boost. Oh, that's dangerous. Diving in second man. And we're just driving away here. We've got to keep our eyes peeled for this guy. They've missed. And then we jump. Always expect that. So I'm late here, right? I can't get to position, so this is how I'm going to have to defend, yeah? I've got no choice. I can't get to position here, so I've got to defend like this. The reason I can't get to position here is, to be honest, I could have gone straight away. That's bad for me. That is my fault, 100%. 100%. Although they did dive in second man, which did end up taking me out of position. And forced me into a late position. You'd rather defend early. I mean, I'd rather defend early. Do a little flick there. Do a little flick there. I mean, my bad. I actually think that's too much. Yeah, that's way too much. Yeah, it's the placement that's the hard thing to do. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, I do apologize for that goal there, guys. 2 flicks, side flicks there. Probably waited, but where's my teammate here? Oh, they went for boost. No. Do not do that. See the panic it leads to. You're getting hammered, but again, it's a goal. It's a goal. That's all I'm going to defend it. Well, actually, not bad. Not bad at all. The reason they got scored on is because they weren't in deep net. If they didn't go out of the net there, they would have been fine. If they sort of came from deep net, they would have been fine because it's impossible to get the ball through on that position. But they didn't. So we're going to follow up the kickoff. It's not the best from us, but at least we don't get scored on. And that's all that you're hoping for. We're just going to soft turn. We're in a bit of a predicament here. So see how I've gone to the opposite angle. And then you can do that. And the teammate did the right decision. See, that's why rotation isn't required a lot of the time. Oh, they're all up here. Because what happened there is my teammate didn't rotate. They stayed on the ball, and they forced them to play that ball quick. So not only did they play the ball quick. Whoa, buddy. That's all right. That might be a goal, though. Nice. No problem. Hold on. Wrong one. No problem. And I'm here. Okay, they're flipping a lot around the corner. This isn't very good. Not very safe. Again, I'm late. I'm late quite a lot of this game. We've got to do that. This isn't good for me. I'm getting late a lot here. That's because there's no resistance on this ball. Like, see this? This is resistance. I'm resisting their attack. I'm putting, like, that gives my teammate loads of time to get into position, for example. Again, diving forward. You can wait for that. Again, I would normally take that. You'd normally take that as first man, but I do think that's more mechanical. And we're going to grab this boost. And I'm going to boost. And then I'm going to burn that to grab that. And we're in a great position. Here comes the... There it is. There's the... let's just score that and see if I can. That's the thing I was on about. Remember a couple of episodes ago I said about the mud? You see he went flying. Look how it's open net now. So he went flying and the ball just goes poof the other way. And he's out the game. Crazy, isn't it? So again, we're a little bit late here. There's zero stopping from my teammate here. Which is causing us to come late. But it doesn't... Like, we can just farm goals. If 5 goals... Dark horror. Alright, there we go. I think I've helped them. Sorry, buddy. Alright, we'll go back here. You shouldn't leave your teammate that far. Why not? Because of that. They can back pass it. Imagine I'm Zen right now. Imagine that. I'm Zen. I just do an aerial and that's the goal. Because I've got the space to do so. That was a really good pass from the teammate. Smart play. Exactly what you want to do. We're seeing some smarts here from our teammates, actually. Our last one was pretty good as well. Well done, teammate. They're doing a great job. They're doing an absolutely fantastic job. And again, I like that. They're handing it off. We can turn that. We can go around that player because they're also in a bad position. There we go. Again, I don't think that's too much. A champ. A side flip flick. Again, you'll see Lieutenant Flick is sticking by his name, isn't he? He loves it. Lieutenant Flick, you can't... Oh, God, he gets crazy. He's like Hookshot. You know, old Hookshot, Captain Hookshot. He's got a bit of an issue. He's got problems. And he cannot stand it. He won't... If a goal is scored and it's not a Hookshot, he'll score an own goal. He's nuts. Lieutenant Flick, he's a bit crazier. Not that crazy, though. But he does love his flicks, doesn't he? Let's have a look at some of the stats here, guys. This was the first game we just had. Yeah, because we had the champ guy. 3-0. Let's have a look. Positioning. Look at this. Look at this. These numbers. Oh, it's going to be a good one, guys. Oh, I got a good feeling that is 1% behind the ball. 85. Nicely done. Players' movement, 43. And my teammate's also one of the slowest. And we're winning. We actually have not lost in, it seems like, forever. If you can't flick the ball by champ, something's gone wrong in my opinion. You've been working on wrong mechanics. But all we're doing is we just, wherever that ball is falling, okay, see how it's forced to the right? You flick that way. Wherever that ball is falling, you flip that way. And all you do is you practice. So it comes off your dribble. If I turn away, like towards the left, the ball falls towards the right, so I can flick towards the right. Does that make sense? So, yes, you do have to have a bit of control to do that, but you should have that by diamond. I hear people spend hours and hours doing the dribble courses, which I don't recommend. I really don't recommend those, because I think it gets you into the habit of overhandling the ball. So, flicking, all right, because that game just didn't load. So, if it goes off to the left, I flick to the left. That's terrible. But you get the point. If it goes off to the right, I flip to the right. And all that happens is my driving dictates what flick I go for. And certain flicks have a higher percentage. Like, this flick's the best. That position when I just had the car then, that's the best. Because you've got the diagonal flick there. There. See that? And what that is that diagonal flip. If you look at that angle I'm getting, like that, right? If you see that the corner of the car, one corner's lifting up much higher. If you front flip, both go up all right. But if you diagonal like that, you're going to get one corner that goes up. And that's really powerful because that lifts the ball a lot. So if you see here, see that? So if that goes in, you'll see. And it always pretty much flicks it high. We'll watch this back. Hopefully we get time to. Look at the interaction point. Ah, damn. But it's the corner. Okay, it's the corner. And that's... So that position, when you have it slightly diagonally off the front, allows that flick to happen. Okay. I wonder if I can show you. I don't know if it's too much, but I'll try and show you here. So I'm here like that. Actually, I can't. I couldn't do it, guys. I didn't get the right angle here. I should have gone straight away. But when I saw they were both wide, it just made more sense to just block across. And again, the reason that 50 is successful is they're defending outside to in. So I take their momentum with mine and I just drive forward because they're moving towards their net, which is good, but they're doing it from the outside. If they instead had like if they were here and that momentum was pushing outwards, like, let's see if I can show you. Like, imagine that. I'm just gonna have to say sorry. That would have worked. I wouldn't have been pushed through like I pushed through them. Hope that makes sense. Okay, that's off. I think we're gonna touch. That's a heavy touch. We're gonna touch it just in case. So I wasn't sure if that was off. My old eyes, and I'm just stalking my way in here. This is champ. This champ. This is what you do as first man. You don't rotate, you don't fly in, you just take your time, you panic them with your presence. Your presence is the most valuable thing in this game, along with your vision. Okay, you see everything and you react to it. And it's the same with that. We look at what they're doing and we look at their position. See, they're both wide, but they're in a good position there. Yeah, I was gonna say they're in a good position as far as the back post. They've got no front man protection, and here's where the angle to net comes in. Now here, no, they're not in a good position. Sorry. Why aren't they in a good position? Because they didn't go behind the goal line. They were behind the goal line. They could have saved that. You can't save front post shots if you're not behind the goal line. Unless you're at the front post. Like, you can't go from back post and save a front post shot unless you're behind the goal line. But this is the most successful because I take the ball with me. And then I'm here and I can go again, side flip over the top. And I can get here and I can just do this, do that. That's great. I'm happy with that. And I can just get out of there. Maybe I'm speeding up too much, guys. I do apologise. Scoring, yeah, we've scored. To be fair, that's 3-0 in 1 minute. It's probably a bit too much. We've got to keep the games close here so people can learn a little bit more. Bad for me. I ended up on the wrong side of the ball here. And then there's a lot of movement laterally. I don't mind that. Just make sure you're reactive. So this ball's coming straight to us, and I can see the second man. I could see the second man was out in no man's land. This is going to be dangerous, this one. Good play for the teammate. That's excellent. That's exactly what they're meant to do. You could see I wouldn't have saved that. Let's be honest. If that was on, I couldn't have saved it. My teammate did a great job, which they should have. That is actually their responsibility as first man. They didn't believe the rotation lies, and that's why it was so successful. We just blocked with that. There we go. What you can do is you can do that when you take a 50, and if they hit the 50, you can actually wave dash. So when you are taking a 50, you can do that. Okay, you can do that. And here again, that's fine. Into deep net. Are they going to jab it? No, the teammate's doing an excellent job. Honestly, they must have read the book. They must have read the book. Might have to ask them, did they read the book? Because that is great stuff. That's brilliant. They are doing their job perfectly. I am going to go up here just to scare them. And there's a possible open net. Yeah. Oh, go on, teammate. This teammate's brilliant. This guy is actually brilliant. They're doing exactly what I want from my my first man. That's fine. Might be a bit awkward. Yeah. Might be a bit awkward, but they're playing well here. They're playing well. They little tip, that's why you always go up when you're first man on that backboard to allow a path for your teammate to get out. Because it's not so much that they hit the ball into the middle, but it's more so if I start then moving towards that side wall, I could end up getting hit by them. So little tip there, whenever you are on the first man spot, when you're coming back here, you generally tend to wait here, let the movement happen, and then you can come off. Just to avoid blocking. Unless you know they're sat back post, and you've got a control on it, which you should have. That's awkward bounce. Make sure we don't get bumped. I swear I just pressed the A button. There's a lot of movement here. Bit of awkward, but this is fine. Again, we just round them off. Back into net. We normally follow that, but this guy's doing a good job of first one. I want him to stay first one. I tell you, they're doing such a good job, damn. They're doing an excellent job, aren't they? It's excellent. Absolutely excellent, this is. This is the best player we've seen, and now look at that. They almost score. Yeah, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Shame about that dive forward there, but absolutely brilliant. So see, I was late there, so I defend towards the net. And here, I'm going to throw that up. You could score that. You could shoot that on target, but we're not going to today. Here, and I don't give this space. Boom. I don't rotate. Boom. Now I know they're low boost. Boom. See how quick it is, guys. Like, I'm not joking around when I say you could be scoring 16, 17 goals a game when you do a full pacifist system. Because you just get this opportunity, you just get time and time and time again. Over and over. And you just get real quick mechanics. Can you double jump? Yeah. Does it take a lot of control? I would expect champs to have that level of control. If you don't have that level of control as a champ, what have you been doing? Do you know what I mean? What have you been practicing? Get the ball on your car, double jump it. Just practice that. Don't waste time on spins. We haven't done one aerial off the wall so far this series. We haven't needed to. You don't need that many weapons. Like, if that ball went up the wall, like, don't get me wrong, it would be a good idea to take a shot if it was an open net. But we don't need, like, there are much higher percentage ways because you're going to use your boost to throw yourself forward. And generally, you don't want to do that. You just want to, like, counter this throw here. Like, now I've got him. Now I know this guy's screwed. And his teammate's behind me. Now I know it's an open net, basically. If I can block it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do a jump. But, I mean, this is... We put a little bit of offense in here, and I might have accidentally done too much with these flicks. But I'm just showing you the offense. I'm purposely not doing offense. And we could be scoring 10 to 15 goals a game if we wanted. If we took every opportunity that's there for us on a flick. But let's say you can't flick. You know what I mean? So we're trying to just make it realistic here. But let me know if you think that's too much, those flicks that I did. They are literally flicks and double jumps. But again, I forced that 50 towards the wall. Gives me time to get back. Gives my teammate time to get back. It's not a direct path to net. It's like it's got to hit a wall. It's got to hit a surface. So we are on, I believe, a 16-game win streak right now. Maybe the mechanics there were too much. And we're champ. There we go. We are champ. And let's see what's loaded. Pretty handily. I think you'll agree. Dun, dun, dun. Behind the ball, 80. These guys are starting to get higher now. So what we're seeing at the higher ranks, well, I say high ranks, but like say high champ, high diamond, low champ, is we're seeing players understanding that they need to be behind the ball to score it. So that's good. However, we're still seeing a lot of movement here, aren't we? We're still seeing a lot of movement. We kept him pretty much to 50 and under, which is great. I will wait a little bit so that I can show you the stats of the last game as well. I think it's fair to do that as opposed to people going into the next episode. Here we go. That took a while. Yeah, it's about about 5 minutes before it's getting on here. So anyway, let's have a look at the positioning. Okay, positioning. Behind 90%. All right, 90% behind the ball, and movement players 42. I actually felt I was playing fast then as well at 42. Probably because we were scoring quick. Again, that's the myth, isn't it? That's what I'm trying to explain to people. You can score. I could probably score in this rank. You're probably looking about, I'd say conservatively, 8 goals a game, let's say. And you probably wouldn't go over 50. 55 in solo queue. And I think if you had a teammate and knew what they were doing, you're probably scoring 12 potentially, and yeah, you'd probably be at like 50 again. So it's a lot of nonsense really with all that. Again, we've had low speed, and we should have been on the ground a lot. My teammate, no wonder we did so well. They were on the ground a lot. Yeah, really solid from them. Nice, really good job not buying into the aerial line. That's great. Brilliant. Well, that was a great teammate. I mean, that explains it when you look 5-1. I mean, that was a breeze for us because we were grounded. You know, we were grounded. We had a lot of recovery, which was nice, and it showed. You can really see the difference, can't you? But guys, thank you so much for the support on this series. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Look after yourself. And any questions, drop them below, and I'll try and help out as best as I can. Take care and peace out. Peace. Here we go for another marbles race. I'm looking forward to this one. Everyone, thank you for the support. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get into this race. The winner, of course, will win a free replay analysis. And will, of course, there are points for grabs for the person who is going to be the person to get the first free copy of the book. And everyone is through at the moment. At the back, actually, I just saw Raul. That's a bit unusual. He's been at the front normally. And Undaunted Pursuit at the front. Tile as well, first person to fall last marbles race. And oh, speaking of falling, there goes Anthony. We got Dom in the mix as well, Felix as well, and they've just hit the speed boost. Felix is flying ahead. Look at his marble, all looking nice and shiny. Jason, Matt P, Dom, Scrubbers, always doing a good job. Is Scrubbers right in the mix there? Graham, Alderos, Mario, and no one has gone through. Now this is called Death Valley, this course. And we've already seen it. Scrubbers is flying through. Scrubbers is speed bursting through. What is going on? It's been stuck though. I don't believe it got full on stuck. Miguel is also stuck. Felix coming around the back. That was a smart strategy there from Felix going around the back. Gets the speed burst first. Felix ahead. Yeeted into the air. Felix. Is he going to make it? SP traffic is gone. Felix has not made it. Oh no. Tile is in the lead this time. This is definitely the reason I'm struggling to catch up here. The camera can't move quick enough. I'm sorry about the camera work here, guys. Dom in second place. It's going to be good points for Dom. Matt P flying through. Wow, look at that. Smashed all the way through. Almost. Scrubbers still doing well in the mix. Tile just hits his Scrubbers flying in. Here we go. A bit of camera work needed here. I think it's a bit too sensitive when I'm trying to control it. Matt P gets the speed burst first. Dom, Tile, Mario flying through. Who's going to go through first? Is it going to be Matt P? Slowly but surely. They look a bit stuck, but they get through. They're unreleased. Paul as well. Madio, Scrubbers. They're all right by the end here. They've got to watch out for these things to just push them into the air. I don't know what you call them at this point. Eric T's gone. Connor's gone. Mario, is it going to win? Yes, they are. Mario, first place. Matt P, second. No. Adrian, right at the end. Dom in fourth. Scrubbers in third. A couple of attempts at the end there. Oh, Josh, you were so close to getting points. Oh, my day. Psycho has just finished seventh. Lands on the map. Josh lands on the map. Is he going to get points? Is he going to get points? Oh, he just missed out on the points. Unbelievable. What a survivor, but does not get points. And of course, top 10 get the points. We have got Mark through there. And at the back, we've got Space Monkey. Not his best performance there. They're not going to be too pleased with that. But I think they do have some points from the last race. I can't remember for sure. Mike or Z, who did really well last race, when came third or second, just coming in near the end. Actually, third from the end, funnily enough. And oh, Alan, no! Right at the end, he got all the way. And Colby and Space Monkey's going to get there before the wall of doom. Here it comes to wipe out any excess marbles. But I think we've finished the race. And there we go, Mario. Reach out to me for your free replay analysis. Do appreciate the support. 10 points for Mario. 9 for Matt P. And so on and so forth, all the way for 1 point for James. I've got a spreadsheet of this, guys. I'm keeping track to see who is in the lead. By the end of the series, we're going to have a knowledge of who has won this. Who has won the first free copy of the book? It is still being written. It's going to take me a bit of time. I am compiling, and I'm not making this up, about 162 pages of Rocket League information. And I wish I was exaggerating. I'm really not. So it's taken me a lot of time to go through all of this and condense it down. Brilliant. Awesome. Right. Well, thank you everyone for your support. Look after yourselves and peace out. Peace.